Whether it's work, studying, sales, job interviews, or exams, success depends on self-belief by up to 70 or even 80%. Because if you don't believe in yourself, others won't believe in you either. Building self-confidence consists of three key stages: psychological preparation, mental preparation, and practical preparation. And the most important of them is psychological preparation. The main psychological source of insecurity is fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of losing reputation, fear of appearing weak. The goal of psychological preparation is to eliminate these fears. And if you succeed at this stage, you are already halfway there. Let's start with the first method. An American psychologist once spoke about an interesting psychological effect. She claimed that every day we tell ourselves at least 10 sincere lies. A sincere lie is a false belief that we genuinely believe in. We build our entire lives on these lies. They shape how we see reality and influence our actions. For example, we may believe that we are very smart, very polite, or very capable, or the opposite, that we are weak, untalented, or incapable. Some people say, "I'm not resentful, I never hold grudges," while in reality they carry anger inside for months. When it comes to confidence, insecure people often believe that they are weak, that they can't handle certain tasks, and that others are better than them. Confident people, on the other hand, believe that they are strong and capable of solving any problem. Here's the truth: neither side is completely right. These beliefs are not facts, they are interpretations. But once we believe them, they become our reality. To increase confidence, you must first identify the lie that causes your insecurity and then replace it with the opposite belief. If you believe you are weak, start telling yourself every morning, "I am strong. I am no worse than others. I can handle any problem. No matter what happens, I will find a solution. My mind is powerful. I believe in myself." You may think this sounds like nonsense or self-deception, but the interesting part is this. Even if you don't believe these words at first, repeating them consistently will reprogram your mind. Your brain will begin to act according to what you tell it. And if believing this leads to positive changes in your life, why not believe in a better version of yourself? After all, the truth is often what we choose to believe. Now let's move to the second method. In 99% of cases, people are not insecure in everything. When someone says, "I lack confidence," they usually mean a specific area of life. Someone may lack confidence in expressing feelings, but feel completely confident in cooking. Another person may struggle with sales, but feel confident driving a car. Confidence is always contextual. So the second step is to identify the exact area where you lack confidence and work only on that area. Each sphere of life requires separate attention. The third method is about how we perceive others. Insecure people often believe that others perform the same tasks easily and confidently. But that's not true. Everyone experiences fear and doubt. Imagine a job interview with 10 other candidates. You feel nervous, but what about the others? Do you think they feel calm and confident? Most likely, many of them are just as nervous, or even more nervous than you. Understanding this naturally reduces insecurity and increases confidence. The fourth method is about shifting your focus. Fear often comes from concentrating too much on the event itself: an exam, an important call, a presentation, or an interview. Your mind keeps asking, "What if I fail? What if I forget everything? What if I embarrass myself?" The event becomes the end of your life in your imagination, but it's not. Instead, imagine your life 5 days after the event, even if it goes badly. Imagine that you failed. You felt upset. You blamed yourself. Maybe you felt guilty or disappointed. Now 5 days have passed. Where are you? Who is around you? What are you thinking about? What are you planning next? When you do this, you realize something important. This event is just a tiny part of your life. Life goes on, and once fear decreases, confidence begins to grow. The fifth method is simple but powerful. Your appearance matters. Dress neatly. Be clean. Smell good. Even if your interview is over the phone, your appearance affects your mindset. Confidence starts with self-respect. Now let's talk about the remaining 50% of confidence. The human brain fears the unknown. If you lack knowledge, strategies, and experience, your mind feels uncertain and afraid. That's why half of self-confidence comes from increasing your theoretical and practical knowledge. Learn more about what you're afraid of. Understand how things work. Then comes practice. Once you gain some experience, repeat the action consistently for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Repetition turns uncertainty into familiarity, and familiarity kills fear. Let me share a personal example. When I started working in sales, I had very little experience. I was afraid of calling people, afraid of rejection, afraid of making mistakes. My mind was full of questions. What should I say first? What if they say no? What if everything goes wrong? But I had no choice. Either I started calling, or my business would fail before it even began. I prepared myself psychologically. I realized that the person on the phone is just a human being, just like me. Even if they say no, nothing terrible will happen. Life goes on. Then I increased my knowledge. I read blogs, watched videos, and read books about sales, including Spin Selling by Neil Rackham. I even reread it several times to fully absorb the ideas. I also practiced by calling less important clients first, treating those calls as training. Over time, cold calls stopped being scary. They became familiar. Now I've made hundreds, if not thousands, of such calls, and that's what built my confidence. You can apply this exact method to any area of your life. Step by step, psychological preparation, knowledge, practice. And I can guarantee you this: if you do the work, insecurity will disappear.